Well, we're back. We've made a few changes. The RMZ is still inside the shop, but we've also switched up to KTM. Going with the 300XC. This is a 2020. It is TPI. Initial thoughts, just rode it for about a half hour the other day. Got it home. So much lighter. Very good torque. I really think this is going to be a really nice bike for everything that we do, trail riding, doing some cross-country racing, things like that. Got some parts in, went ahead and got them put on. Anybody that's met me knows that I'm 6'6" and about 235, 240 pounds. So got the sag and stuff set. We're going to play around with the air fork some today. Come in, change pressures, things like that. Got some engine covers and a skid plate put on. Went with the fastway pegs so that I could drop those down into the lower position and then adjust the camber down to drop the outside of the pegs, because I need to move as far down and backwards as I can on the bike. And then some ODI bars, but go with the RC highs. They're going to look a little funny for most people, but they're about an inch taller than the factory bars. Really helps open up the cockpit and stuff for me, just needing the extra room. That was my initial thought, was, it's just a little tight. Switch the bar clamps around and push the bars forward. Other than that, I try to get it warmed up today, drain the transmission oil out of it, get it changed. But the suspension's good, throw the thing around like crazy. Tires on it are decent, they're not the greatest. Those will get changed before we go up to the first race. Other than that, we're just gonna do a little bit of testing and stuff today. Cut in some footage of running on the trails here, just a little bit. Try and make this kind of a short one, not keep you guys around too much. little bit of riding in. Not necessarily as much as I wanted to, but as much as I've got time for today. It is cold. It's like 28 degrees, something like that. Got a nice piece of hair sticking up. Love the bike. This thing, taking a little bit to switch over, you know, just needs some more seat time because it is a huge difference. Measuring off the scales, the RMZ loaded with fuel, Little Caesars hot and ready, to go to the starting line was 283 pounds. I didn't have this thing full of fuel when I weighed it, but it had between a third and a half of a tank, and it was 232, so 239 pounds, 240. So we're shaving basically 45 pounds off of the bike, which is huge. That is a lot of weight. I'm not losing 45 pounds, so the bike had to. Arguably more torque in my opinion, maybe not at peak power, you know, but down low in that quarter to half throttle, this thing just fantastic. Never rid the carb 300, so I can't speak for the guys that'll come in and say, you know, oh well, the carburetor's better, you know, and everything else down low. This thing runs so clean though. You don't have to worry about fouling a plug, just lug it, let it do its thing. Skid plate works great. A couple of logs that I go across hits. Obviously brakes are great. Everybody knows the Brembos. The hydraulic clutch is awesome. Still taking a little getting used to. I got lazy and got spoiled with the Recluse. Played with the suspension a little bit. I actually took some air out of the forks because I bumped it up to like the 139 they call for. Man, it just like, especially being frozen today, it just felt harsh. The biggest thing I've hit is that bank right there, third, fourth gear. I don't know if you can even tell because of the GoPro not getting the distance and everything else, but off of that to the field's probably 30 foot. Go off of that, land out in the field, and at 120 psi with my heavy body on this thing, that's how much suspension we've used up doing that. So I really don't think that's going to be a bad baseline. Running a lot of the tight woods races. I mean, we're not doing motocross stuff, everything else, and like I said, I want to get some new tires on this thing. It's got it does have the Dunlop on the rear. Yep, it's still got the factory Dunlops on it. Not a huge fan. I'm sure there's places they work great, but the soil we've got here is kind of a loamy clay, and it's frozen today, so that really didn't help me very much at all either. I'm almost going to argue that I want to drop a tooth or two on the rear, because especially if you've ridden any of the 450s or anything like that, I can speak for the RMZ. First gear on that RMZ feels like equal gearing on this thing to third. First and second gear, I understand like the W's got a lower first and second gear, even running tight stuff, just cutting through the woods. I never thought I needed anything lower, so I'm not too worried about that. Probably am going to have to wind up getting a taller seat. My knees just sit just right at the top edge of the seat, and not letting. I like to get my knees into the seat to be able to hold on to it. Fastway pegs, awesome, love them. Never had to worry about a foot slip or anything like that. I've got the short studs in them because the long studs are very, very aggressive, and I think they're going to be pretty harsh on boots, possibly a shin, you know, anything of that nature. Yeah, just keep tuning. Got a few more things to need to do. The RC highs, good bars for me. Anybody probably 6 foot or under is going to hate them because they're going to be too high, too forward, you know, all of that good stuff. But I'm not setting the bike up for them. Set it up for me. Need to get some radiator braces just so I don't mangle those things up. But I love it. Glad I made the switch. No arguments here. Just got to get everything tuned in, figured out. Yeah, work in progress, but it's going well. And call me a fanboy if you want, but I like the look of the KTM. It's a nice bike. Really happy with it. That being said, 2012 RMZ 450, tubeless front and rear, oversized tank, recluse, bark busters. By the way, I do have bark busters I need to get put on here. I just haven't put them on yet. Handful of other stuff on that RMZ that I can't even think of right now off the top of my head. Gonna be putting it up for sale. If anybody's looking for one. Got a headlight assembly for it and everything else. Shameless plug, but you can look it up on Facebook probably here in the near future, because we'll be getting that thing posted for sale, because I really don't foresee myself riding it very much anymore. I was gonna keep it, but I really don't think I need to. But yeah, until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.